Integration between Data Studio and Google Analytics is really solid. In fact, if you've had to deal with any of the modeling and understand that modeling other data sets is really tough, but modeling Google Analytics just comes right out of the box when you use Data Studio. You can understand that there's a lot of cool things you can do between the two tools. One of the things that people often forget about is that you can go in there and actually go in and edit the actual segments that you use. So by default, if you're using Google Analytics data, and here we have our event categories, by default, it's just using the all users view or segment. But you can go in and actually click on segment, and you can use any of the system defined segments. You could do all users, new users, returning users, paid traffic, any of those. We can also create custom rules here, and you can use the custom segments that you built in Google Analytics, and they'll just show up here in this list, and you can do a search as well. And basically, you can do more complex things. A good example here is we want to look at maybe just users who looked at both the blog and the homepage, because these users are using some of the main ways to get in, and we really understand how these users are kind of different from the rest of the site. So we could use that segment on this particular report, pull them into this actual pivot table here, and then be able to see that data. And if we wanted to, we could even have another pivot table with all users and kind of compare the two. So it's fairly relatively easy to implement. You just have to create the segment in Google Analytics and make sure you have the same user sharing that segment as well. And if you create a new one, just make sure to refresh your page. It'll pretty quickly pick up those new segments as you make them. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel.